But Sully...
And I'll tell you something else. There's a lot to be said for making people laugh. Did you know that's all some people have? It isn't much, but it's better than nothing in this cockeyed caravan. Boy.
There will never be another one quite like JoshCast.
And get back to where you left. Please give it up for the one, the only, Josh Jacobor, everybody.
He is a fucker. I'm serious. His comedy will piss you off, and I fucking love it.
So ladies, he jumped over because this guy is very sensitive. He's a sensitive guy. Loves puppy dogs and long walks on the beach.
You're listening to JoshCast.
What you gonna do with all that dump inside that trunk?
I'm gonna take a dump, take a nice big chunky dump. My dump, 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 my funky chunky dumps. People think I'm nasty, cause when they walk right past me, they can tell I'm gassy. They don't even wanna ask me. I like to push those logs out. I did it in a doghouse. I do it in a shitter box. I did it in a litter box. What I do is my biz. My cats know this shit's not his. It's really out of control. Hot sauce burns my asshole. My dog gets orange like Cheetos. Never eat burritos. My appetite I spoil it. I always clog my toilet with my dump. My dump, my dump, my dump. My nasty, gassy dump. My dump, my dump, my dump. I just keep shitting.
I keep on shitting.
I can't stop shitting on me. Can't stop shitting on me.
I keep on shitting.
The shit always runs down my leg. It always
What
runs
you gonna
down my
do with
leg.
all that gas inside that ass?
I'm gonna get myself a mask. Don't have to smell my gas.
What you gonna do with all that dump inside those jeans?
It'll burn bad and make me scream. Make me scream, make me scream. Cause of my dump. My dump, my dump, my dump. My dump, my dump, my dump. My water, my dump. Check it out.
I feel a push and I have to go soon. Hey, look, there's a restroom. Have to go bad, my tummy starts turning. Oh no, my ass is burning. Then my shit looks like Cocoa Puff. Shitty, sticky Cocoa Puff. I must have took 4, maybe 5 when I shit, it just feels right.
I push those logs out. I did it in the doghouse. It's really out of control. I just push my asshole. My asshole has a lump. I love to smell my dump. You can't look, but you can't flush it if you touch it, drama. Start some drama. You don't want no drama. No drama. No drama. So don't flush down my shit, boy. You don't want no shit, boy. I'm just trying to spread the funk and take a dump. My dump. My dump, my dump, my dump. My dump, my dump, my dump. My dump, my dump, my dump. My nasty, gassy dump. My nasty, gassy dump. My nasty, gassy dump. My watery, gassy dump. I just keep shitting.
I keep on shitting.
I can't just stop shitting on me. Can't stop shitting on me.
I keep on shitting.
The shit always runs down my leg. It always
What
runs
you
down
gonna
my
do
leg.
with all that gas inside that ass?
I'm gonna get myself a mask so I don't have to smell my gas.
What you gonna do with all that dump inside those jeans?
It'll burn bad and make me scream. Make me scream, make me scream.
What What you gonna do with all that dump inside that trunk?
I'm gonna take a nice big chunky dump. My dump, 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 my funky chunky dump. Check it out.
Oh shit. Fuck. It rips. I keep on shitting.
I just can't stop shitting on me. Can't stop shitting on me.
I just keep shitting.
The shit always runs down my leg. It always runs down my leg.
Wow. All right. So I haven't done an episode in I think about 2 months. I've been taking a summer vacation, or I've been running out of material because nobody wants to do this shitty show. Either way, you could take both of those conclusions. But anyways, this is the 22nd episode. I try to do an episode as many as I can, but what I realized was I don't like doing interviews. I only like turning my tape recorder on, like when I'm having an interesting conversation with a comedian. But the problem is, the time I turn it on, the conversation is usually over, or the comedian realizes they're being taped and then they don't want to participate, which I understand. It happens. But anyways, so on this episode, you just heard a song I did actually about a few years ago, I think 2006 or 7, My Dumps. And that song on SoundClick actually did really well. I had all these people writing me emails saying you're hilarious, it's the greatest song parody I ever heard. But then some jealous fag probably wrote them an email, and they deleted my song because I didn't use permission for that instrumental or something like that. People get jealous when you get plays for your videos and they don't, so they're trying to find a way to, to get you shut down. But that song parody actually did really well, and I remember I was number 1, I believe, on general comedy for like a while, like months before they deleted it. So I decided to that's one of my best song parodies I think I've done. So I decided to put that on. And also in this episode, I, of course, have a prank phone call for you that I'm going to play in a few minutes. But first, I'll be working on a project called Back to the Humor with Darren Martinez. And it's pretty much an interview show. Obviously, if you listen to this, you already heard of it. Because who else is going to listen to this show besides the comedians who listen to the show besides anybody? But it's just an interview show pretty much. It's silly. It's a little bit serious, and it's just, sitting down with local Philadelphia comedians and just, talking to them, shooting the shit, hopefully making it interesting, cheesy audience reactions. And it's just a new show we're working on, and you can check that out, just in case you don't know, at youtube.com/backtothehumor. So far, I think there's 15 videos. I've done half the interviews, and Logan and Stephen Bryant have also done the other ones. So right now there's 15 videos, I believe, and then Darren's supposed to upload another 6, so that's 21, and then next week they're going to do some more. So it's kind of cool because the channel is finally getting some videos on there, and I think it's just a good way just to get the comedians involved. Whenever you're involved a comedian in your project, doesn't matter if it's a podcast or a video, they don't even check it out themselves, which is the most humiliating part. They're like, oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it. It kind of sucks, but you understand why. They're comedians, they're big shots, they don't want to watch it. But anyways, youtube.com/backtothehumor, and also we might do another roundtable. So just in case you're listening to this, if you saw the first roundtable with the old head and Rick Rabotin confrontation, you definitely want to get in on that. I don't know if the next roundtable is going to be remotely interesting as that, but I think you definitely want to check that out. It's pretty cool. We just sit. It's just less pressure because it's not an interview show. We kind of bounce off each other, talk about topical stuff, maybe a little bit about comedy, and so if you want to get in on that, hurry up. We're getting so many requests, you might not get on it. No, absolutely, that's a bad joke. So before I actually, the whole purpose of this episode is I have the audio. I recorded the audio of the 6 interviews. I interviewed, if I can remember this in order, Nick Baker, Simply D, Greg Lynn, Chris Hayes, Alex Reale, and Steve Miller. And it turned out all to be interesting, funny interviews. So I have the audio for that. And I know you're thinking, well, why should we listen to the audio when Darren's going to upload the video? I cannot answer that question, but I need content for this show. I don't know why I continue to do this show, but I'm very bored and I need stuff to do. So I have the audio for that, but before I get to that, I want to play a prank phone call I did. It's really silly. I call it the Exploding Bagel. A lot of people like when I fuck with 7-Eleven. So here it is. It's one of my favorite 7-Eleven pranks I've done. It's called the Exploding Bagel. And then after that, we're going to get to the my second installment of the Back to the Humor interview show. So I hope you enjoy it. Here it is, everybody. The Exploding Bagel. The Exploding Bagel prank phone call that I've done years ago. Enjoy.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me good?
Huh?
Yeah, but I bought one of those bagels from your store. Yeah, I bought one earlier, and the thing exploded in my mouth.
Which was what?
It exploded in my mouth.
Expired.
Exploded.
Exploding. What does that mean?
It means it blew the fuck up.
So, talk to manager about that.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling your store.
No, I'm not manager.
Blanket head.
Yeah, I can't decide about it. Talk to manager.
Listen, put him on the phone.
I'm sorry?
Put him on the phone.
What about what?
Put the manager on the phone, blanket head.
Oh, no.
You don't know what? You're a shithead.
So, come on, man. Stop that.
Why?
Alright, you know what? Play with somebody else, okay?
You fucking blanket head.
Stay out of here.
Fuck you.
Oh, so then.
Yeah, you're a shithead, you know that?
Alright, no problem.
That bagel burned my finger, man.
Alright.
I can't jerk off now.
Alright.
Alright, what? What are you, Colombian?
Come on, man.
Come on, what? I'm a paying customer.
Hey, listen.
I'm a paying customer.
I know you're a customer, so what do you want me to do for you?
I want you to suck my balls.
Come on, man. Listen, I'm not free for you, man. Get out of here. You drunk or what?
Oh, my God. The amount of disrespect.
Listen, talk to manager. Don't talk to me, okay?
I want to talk to him now. Listen, you Colombian faggot.
You know what?
You want beef?
Take it easy, man.
You want beef?
Welcome everyone to the Back to the Humor second episode, huh? On the mat, worse than an earthquake. Heyo. All right, I'm gonna bring up our first guest tonight, Nick Baker, everybody. So, how did you deal with the earthquake yesterday? Were you scared?
Absolutely terrifying, especially when I read it said Philadelphia rocked by earthquake.
Yeah, my titties were jiggling.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I thought I was farted.
There's well, actually, I thought Kirstie Alley got out of the bathtub.
Yeah.
That's not bad either. I'm gonna think that. That's not bad. So I heard the Comedy Cabaret website you say you're an actor, comedian. Have you acted in anything? We know.
Yeah, I have. I've had 2 speaking rooms in 2 movies. Rocky Balboa, I was a bartender, and then The Lovely Bones, which was a movie that Peter Jackson directed. I was a cop in that.
You look like a cop. Is that a weird insult? No, but you know your voice reminds me of the guy, the blonde-haired guy, Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah,
Jay.
Randall. Yeah.
Your voice reminds me of
him. Okay. I usually get Randall from Clerks.
That's what I meant. Well, the guy that plays the blonde-haired guy, whoever it is.
The long-haired guy? Yeah. No, but then there's the guy Randall from the movie Clerks.
Yeah. Is that the same guy that plays Jay? That's the same guy?
No.
No?
It's not.
I'm wrong. Jason. Okay, I'm like an asshole now. I like the audience just right. It's fine. Anybody's welcome. So how long have you been doing this comedy thing?
Well, I started comedy about 8 years ago, but then I stopped for about 6 years, and I started again about a year. So I say I've been doing it for a year, even though it's a complete lie. But
yeah, it's good to say 8 years though. No, I realize most comedians that I meet in the open mic comedy scene, they do it for a long time, 8 or 10 years. They always take a break. Not all of them, but most of them, they take a break. And I guess it is a lot. What was the main reason why you decided to take a break?
I really like the way cocaine smells. And no, I had a business. I ended up running a business when the poker craze was going on. I had a poker business, and I was just making a lot of money and doing a lot of drugs and drinking a lot. And, I mean, literally. I mean, except for the comedy, I was living the life of a road comedian, really. Gambling a lot, doing a lot of drugs and drinking. But no, and then I got a regular corporate job and realized that I was going to stab somebody in the throat if I had to put on a fucking pair of khakis every day. Can I curse?
Yeah, sure. Cunt.
And then I got back to comedy about a year ago. I took no, not a year. Yeah, I guess it was a little bit over a year ago. I took a class at Helium, and then slowly got back into it. But then I would say in December of this year, of 2010, Frank Genzano sort of took me up to a couple places, and then I started getting into the comedy cabaret circuit, and I've been doing weekends for Andy Scarpati ever since. It's been really great. It's been
very uplifting. Very uplifting. Dr. Phil class. No, but I was going to say to you, why did you decide to take the stand-up comedy classes? Most comedians who take that are just nervous, like they don't have the support. And you obviously had a taste of it.
Because
you decided to go back and take that.
Because I don't think you can ever learn enough about something like stand-up comedy.
But is it true that hands-on experience in this is...
Yeah, well, absolutely. But going out to open mics and to get open mic experience, that helps. But also sitting down, workshopping your jokes, making sure you don't have bad habits on stage, and I mean, it's little things, but, I see comedians do it all the time, and comedians that are relatively, up there is they'll grab the mic by the top, and they're like, like they're fucking Little Wizzy, and you're just, it doesn't look professional. It really doesn't look professional. If you look at real seasoned professional comedians, just the little things with the mic techniques and stuff like that, that really makes a difference. And it's not me. I don't really care. Look, if you can make it and do it, great. But I think it's the guys. I think if you go down to Helium and you go in front of those guys and you're grabbing the mic like that and you're leaving the mic stand in front, or you're doing, you're turning too quick, or you're making these little jerky things on stage, I don't think you're going to get up. I really don't. I think, because look, you got a line this long of people that are willing to. Am I putting you to sleep?
No, I was just kidding. I was jumping notice.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
You got a line this big of people, that are willing to go up and be funny, and you got a lot of funny people out there. Mm-hmm. So if you can eliminate little mistakes like that, that's how you just get that much further ahead of the guy behind you. Because there's not that much difference once you get to the front of the line. There's not that much difference between those guys.
Wow, you should write a book.
Maybe.
Never know. So we gotta wrap up. So what can we expect from you in the future? What would you like to do more of? Any more acting roles you got lined up? Or
yeah, well, I mean, I always do acting. As far as the comedy goes, I'm just trying to write. I'm actually doing a class this weekend. I got a guy coming in from San Francisco. I put it together with Paul Goodman, and we got a small workshop going on. So we're doing that this weekend, and then as far as that, I'm just doing more comedy cabaret, writing more, and keeping it up. So.
I find you very charming and likable. The great Nick Baker, everybody. Thank you. Our interviews right after this. It's always awkward after you bring up the show.
You should put it down.
Because it fades out. If you watch the show, it fades out anyways.
From Super Public, Chris. Put it in paper.
I understand that for this, honestly.
Pete.
I'm going to bring up our next guest, everybody. Simply D! What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
I always get that black handshake thing.
Yes, sir.
You never know when you're going to do it, right? Like sometimes I shake a black man's hand and he goes, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready for it. And I look like...
I got kind of a white guy, black guy handshake. That's my thing.
Firm, but yet subtle.
No, well, yeah. Absolutely.
Just so.
Yeah.
So anyways, I want to know, you give a lot of comedians advice.
Yeah,
most comedians are very selfish with their knowledge. I see you pull guys aside, you guys especially. You helped me out when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to start doing that? What made you decide to start? Most comedians, like I said, they want to help them. Why would you do that?
Well, when I first started doing comedy, about 6 years ago, there was a professional comedian, Jerry Torres, and he gave me a lot of advice. And his thing was that when he started, nobody wanted to give him advice, and he wanted to help other guys. And that's always been my philosophy. If I see a guy needing, well, truthfully, it's kind of a selfish thing, because I feel like if I can help a guy get further along, he might get there to where I'm trying to get before I get there.
Right.
And he'll remember the advice I gave him, the help I gave him. And I just want to help guys, want to help them, like what Nick was saying about subtleties on stage and everything. I think he's Nick's a total asshole, and he was all wrong. No, I'm just no, but yeah, I believe in workshops, but I believe that the advice you get from working comedians is the best thing you can get, the best workshop per se, and that's why I like to give guys advice, man.
Carlos Sports Bar left early, but you motorboated a black woman's titties, a very nice set of titties.
Yes.
Let's say you were a regular working man, and your wife was a female comedian, and she motorboated the guy's gigantic penis. What would you think about that? Would that bother you at all?
No, it wouldn't.
Actually, it's kind of different. It's the penis.
It's different. It's different. But here's the thing. I was doing the show one time, and I had motorboated a woman while my wife was at the show. And somebody yelled out, "Oh, I'd kill him if he was my husband." And my wife said it best. She said, "That's his job. That's what he does. That's his work." And I would understand, unless the guy's dick is bigger than mine. You know, there would be a problem with that. You know? But no, I wouldn't get pissed about it. If that's part of what she does, and everybody knows that's part of what I do. And if that's part of what she does, it's part of what she does.
Do you believe in God?
You know I believe in God.
I know. I really didn't know.
Really? Yeah, I absolutely believe in God.
Do you think that black people need God more? Need to believe in God more? Is that a racist question?
No, it wasn't. It was a funny question. I do think black people need to believe more. You know what I'm saying? I think.
Sometimes you're white, it's just made, right, everybody? Oh.
I really do. I think black people have a greater need for belief in something.
Right.
Not necessarily God. You know, I believe in God, but black people need more of a belief in something because, and I hate to say this, but, you know, we've been through more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, more than a lot of races. So, yeah, I think a belief at least in something. It doesn't have to be God, but whatever it is, or whoever it is you believe in. Yeah, absolutely.
It's time for a change.
I got 25 cents.
So you got into quite a few fights. I think about two. Was it?
It was
not two, but I remember one you knocked the guy straight out, which was awesome. Did you knock him straight out, right?
I put him on his ass.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was asking why you, because you're very likable on stage, even though you go up there. And
you know what?
I don't know why someone would pick a fight.
I have no idea. The one guy, were you at the show? That one show?
Yeah.
All right. It was actually a show here at this club.
Mm-hmm.
I just basically said to I didn't even say anything to him. I saw he wasn't having a good time, and I said to his wife, "Why'd you bring him along?
Yeah.
You know, he's fucking the show up for everybody else." He got pissed and came at me. I see myself as a real likable guy. I don't know. Sometimes I might go a little bit overboard by what I say to people, but I try to get people to understand that this is comedy. What I say on the stage, it has no bearing on how I feel about you or, you know, who you are. It's just comedy.
Yeah. When I was at the VFW benefit show, you went on and killed, but I remember, like, you were up there, I don't know if you saw this or not, but you said to a guy's wife, you're just joking around, you're like, "Oh, you got some big titties," and then you didn't realize your husband's right there.
Right.
And then you're like, "I'm going to move on." The guy got mad, he's like, "Yeah, smart move." And I think a lot of guys don't want you talking to their wife, and it's you're just trying to create content, you're doing crowd work, you're thinking creatively, and they don't realize that. They just go, "This guy taking on my wife." Like, your wife, like, the wife's going to fuck the comedian guy at the VFW benefit show.
Well, you know what though? That's just, but you know what though? I find that those instances are few and far between. I've had shows and a numerous amount of shows where guys actually encourage me to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get an asshole every now and then. You get a guy he can't distinguish comedy from real life, and that's, like I said, that's few and far between. But most people, they're cool with it.
Yeah.
You've seen me do it numerous times. Most of the people here have seen me do it numerous times. I don't really have a problem with it. Just that once in a while asshole.
Yeah. So I realize you do a lot of crowd work, and with your material, you have canned material, but you like to do a lot of crowd work. You do like some crowd work, you do your material.
Yeah.
Like what made you decide to start doing it? Was it like
that's just natural. I wish that I could invite everybody here to a family function and you'd see why I do crowd work. My family are assholes, and we just talk about each other. It's natural. I never intended to do crowd work when I first started doing comedy. That was not my intention at all. That's just the way it came out.
All right, last question. What can we expect from you? I know you've been doing this for 6 years.
About 6 years.
Very seasoned performer. You always do well. What did you do? Like, what do you expect?
Well, I'm expecting possibly to have sex with that girl there.
Where the white woman at?
No, actually, branching out to other clubs, branching out to some New York clubs, maybe doing a couple shows in Connecticut. I'm looking to get back into commercial work because I have done a few commercials, several movies. I did a print ad for Philips Lighting Company. And for the first time, I did it 2 years ago. For the first time, I actually seen one of my billboards. A friend of mine was in California, and he sent me some pictures of my billboard. So I want to get back into that.
The great Simply D, thank you so much. Woo! Thank you. We'll be back. More interviews, more controversy, more drama. How was that? I don't know what's
Chris, we're rolling?
Absolutely, sir.
all right. Let me know where we're rolling. Fix my fly. Where's all my flies? I was just stuck. All right, let's get to our next. All right, let's get to our next interview. Chris Hayes, everybody. Hey, Chris. Shiny forehead, you got it.
I know, right? Yes.
Oh, man. So, how would you describe your comedy style? I know you're new. It's hard to answer that question. How do you describe it?
You know what? I'm still trying to, I guess, find my niche, carve my niche. I guess, I want to be, like, so many have influenced me.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic the Hedgehog, absolutely. The Quaker Oats logo, for sure. But like guys like Hedberg, who, guys, and then there's just people who have such energy too. So it's kind of a, I want to be the stoner, laid back guy, but I also want to be somebody who makes me think,
Right.
So, just trying to find that.
Yeah, it's hard to find out. I heard that, didn't Pat O'Donnell, the man over there, did you accidentally steal a joke from him?
Accidentally did, yes. Actually, and it was a different variation. And Pat was great about it. And when he said, I wrote that like years ago, I had no idea. Because I know, I've never seen you until it started coming around. Yeah, and it wasn't like a deliberate theft, but I stopped, the second that he told me.
This is actually a sting. You didn't realize this. Well, this was planned.
Hey, I've been up to catch a predator. I know how this works.
So this Pat came in. I was like, it's a sting. This
nice. No.
planned.
It was, and it wasn't any. He just said, if we ever work together, please don't use it. And I said, consider it dropped now. So
nice.
Well,
that's a broad joke.
Well, you did the right thing, Chris. Pat does it a lot better. It was basically, I met a girl and she had kids that were very young, and all we were doing was like doing stuff with the kids. So after the kids went to bed and we were doing adult things, it would translate into our bedroom play. And, basically where it was role playing where she was Baby Bob and I was Barney the dinosaur. And she'd be like, how's that pussy feeling? I'm like, super D-duper. And, he's like, it had a lot of promise. And that's like, and he did it last week, and his is so much better. So I'm actually glad that, but it was a variation of that. Anyone who's ever had any
it's all right.
that's cool. Anyone who's ever had any, ever watched a kid video with a nephew or a son or a daughter, that shit can spray in your head quick.
Watch child porn with a nephew or daughter.
Right, luring people into your van. Whatever you have to do. I don't really do that anymore.
You said, I already asked you comedy classes. How long have you been doing this? Did you take a comedy class with
I did not. I think most of us, anyone who's comics, you were told were funny. I tried to do this when I was married, which was years ago. About 2000, 2001. Did it for a little while. Took time out to get a cocaine addiction, go to jail. Like things like that. Yeah. Gave that up, and then I resumed. October of last year, Simply D hosted the open mic, and I was one of those people who he gave advice to. Thank you.
What did he tell you?
He said it was funny. Yeah. He said I needed to keep practicing. He's like, nobody comes their first time and wows. I was nervous. I was sweating. It was like first communion class all over again. So,
So how did you react to your earthquake yesterday?
It woke me up. I was actually still in bed. I didn't go to bed until about 6 o'clock that morning. About 1:57 is when I felt the shaking. And I'm in an apartment complex. I'm at right at Frankfurt Academy. And the whole building, all of a sudden, it's like all of us unemployed or underemployed people just put our heads out the door like, did you feel that? We just had a great family, like a great building conversation. Then we all went back to, making meth and hitting our wives like the people down the hall.
Yeah. Lord knows I did there. All right, everybody.
That's Kennedy Gardens, Frankfurt Academy.
So, have you done any other hosting besides comedy? Have you ever done Quizzo, karaoke, any of that?
Quizzo, yeah. I used to bartend up at Upper Darby, and they'd have a Quizzo night once a week. So you have to have a little bit of personality for that.
People hate it when you yell out the answers.
They kind of do, or call out fake numbers during bingo.
I used to yell George Washington and everything. Like, George Washington. They used to kick
radio for a little while. I worked at WWXL Oldies Manchester, 1450 AM.
Ooh, listen to that voice. I'm moist.
Nasty. Anyway, yeah, Manchester, Kentucky. So I've done some radio work. Well, I don't know. This is what I want to do. That's absolutely what I want to do.
Should call it.
Yeah, I don't think I can hold like a regular. Your first guess was regular job anymore. I don't think I could. I don't think I'd ever go back. So that's what I'm hoping.
Audience just doesn't want to clap.
Absolutely not. I said.
All right, so what can we expect from you at comedy?
I really would like to just keep working on what I'm doing now. I have learned to put a tablet in every room in my house to write new jokes. Like things will come to you, when you're taking a shit, and you just have to be prepared. And you also have to realize that the things that are funny when you're stoned at 3 in the morning are not going to be as funny at 11 a.m. when you're sober. I written jokes where it's just 2 words, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And I wake up and I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
Maybe you ejaculated in your hand.
Maybe.
It happens.
Well, usually never.
All right, the great Chris Hayes, everybody. Chris. We'll be back. More. We want more. They don't. Oh, there, buddy. Easy there. This is. All right, whenever you're ready. All right, we bring up our next guest, everybody. Greg Lynn! The winner of the Get Offended Comedy Competition, Part 2.
It was me.
Oh, so how was that, man? How was that experience? You finally got to go up there and say whatever you wanted?
I called it my 8-mile moment. It was like I was in the mirror, practicing my routine.
Do not miss your chance. Do not miss your chance to drink fetus blood.
Never, ever miss your chance. You get a chance to do that.
That's
And at least it's marketed. It was nice. It was nice because I could finally do what I always wanted to do, and the audience wasn't going. They were expecting it because the host said a lot of times comics can't do jokes they want to do at clubs on weekends. So that's how it's basically I'm not a weekend comic.
Right. So what are the guys who are in that contest? Rob Cornbell came in second. Kensel came in third. I watched Kensel. He did basically his regular stuff, but he did add a little bit of flair. Nothing shocking, but
it was a great night. What's her name? Followed me.
Carolyn.
Yeah, she had to follow the fetus too, so that was nice. Good time. Good stuff.
Doty's falling asleep. I can't.
Whoops. Hey man, throw me some meat.
So me and you both like that dirty type of comedy. Where does that come from, you think?
I was raised on National Lampoon magazines from the 70s, Mad Magazine. Even if my mom didn't allow them, I'd still, with whatever money I could scrape together, would buy Mad Magazine and just cover to cover, just soak it up. I would sneak in the attic, read my parents' National Lampoons. I barely got half the jokes, but we're talking like when I'm 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long time. George Carlin, when I was in 5th grade or so, before anyone else even heard of him. Monty Python. When I was in elementary school, being sick from school and staying home, my dad had a 6-hour VHS tape from PBS of just solid Monty Python. And anytime I was sick from school, that was always on television. I just watched the entire tape, the whole day.
Were you ever molested?
No, once, but I can't really because it was like a slight feel in a bus on a school trip. But that never really, if anything affected me, it wasn't that. I was never molested.
Molestation always makes porn stars and strippers successful, but it doesn't for comedians.
I know. There was like this time on a school bus trip down to Baltimore. The gym teacher, I could have sworn I felt him pinch my ass. I turned around, and I'm in 5th grade. I'm like, I just laughed it off. Then I turned around to leave the bus, and he pinched again. Then it was like that. It's like when the second tower got hit. You're like, oh. It was like, oh. Now, okay, this is serious. And I just scurried off the bus, fine, whatever,
There was a forum for us to get molested and be like the next George Carlin. You're sitting there crying with makeup running down in the shower.
And I guess I was big on that. Actually, what really started it off for me, I'm talking the first seed ever planted in my head. Kindergarten, gym teacher's birthday. The teacher said, okay, everyone draw apples because he likes apples. I took every crayon and I made a rotten apple, handed it to the teacher. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. She yelled at me on a level that I didn't expect. Just this blowback, and I was like, hey, I'm on to something.
So you've been doing comedy, what, 8 or 9 years?
Roughly, off and on. I started around 2001 at the Laugh House with no material. Then I was like, didn't really do anything until 2004 or so. I took a comedy class with Paul Lyons.
How'd you do in a black audience? Were you good?
I did pretty good.
Did like the
I didn't rant. No, I didn't. I don't have any Holocaust jokes. I had no material. I ran about how rap music sucked today compared to Public Enemy. That was my main. I thought I'd appeal to the audience in the Laugh House, but also Laugh House was a lot more diverse back then. The Laugh House was not the Philadelphia.
For a black audience, you go, I can't see the light in the back. All these lips are in my way.
Wow. Actually, at the Laugh House, the one joke that got me a big laugh was my impersonation of Harry Callis with a hooker, the punchline being, "My jizz is out of there!" And it got a huge laugh, and that one night I did that joke, got a giant laugh, the comics were dying laughing. This one old black guy came over, he leaned into the back, he's like, "Hey man, you got it, keep at it."
Was that old head?
You know what? No. He was a lot older.
He thinks everybody has it. You got something. I don't know what it is.
You got
but you got something.
You got something particular about it.
Something you didn't forget about.
But yeah, so I mean, and then Helium opened up in 2005, and I went to Helium after the comedy class. Kind of good timing. I had some material, and I've just been doing open mic nights since then.
Nice.
So
have you ever worked with Reverend Bob Levy and those guys?
No,
Not
yet. It'd be nice. It'd be very nice. I think there'd be.
So besides to Get Offended, any other accomplishments? Is that it?
Well, I've had 2 song parodies played on the Howard Stern show.
Really?
Yeah, I did a parody of Artie Lang, of Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine, Artie's Back on Heroin. That was just Artie is back on heroin.
Good.
And also I did a song about Gary Del Valle that they played twice. They played it for one Super Bowl, they saved it, and the next year they played it. That means they kept it, which I thought was like, they didn't have to do that at all.
So I didn't think you feel like, I don't know the question. Do you have anything to plug or?
Plug? No real plugs. No, I mean, I don't know.
What can you expect from you then?
What do you expect from me? More open mic nights. Hopefully get some weekend work if I can clean up my act.
That's not going to happen.
Thank you very much.
More interviews. We have time. Is there time?
What's that?
We have time for more interviews or?
Yeah, as soon as you're done, we'll start.
No, I mean, just let us know anytime you want us to.
I'd like to get started.
Yeah.
Like, so we have 7:30, so we got time.
We just want to make sure.
I want to start like 5, 8, 10, 8.
Right.
4:30 guys.
Yeah, we just want to make sure. All right.
Allison and Steve.
How you mention that? Is it Real or Reality? Rally. Okay.
Alright.
Let's get to our next guest. Alex Reality, everybody. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
Good, sir. Been seeing you a long time.
Yeah, I've been under the radar, you know.
How did your Phillies Funniest go? You didn't do comedy for months, and you decided to just...
Yeah, I just kind of went for it. It went all right. I mean, I was the first comic to go up, and it was like kind of nerve-wracking because like you don't do comedy for a couple months and then they just throw you out there. But I think I opened up the crowd pretty good.
Oh yeah, you opened jokes. You felt like they were strong. Your first couple of jokes.
The joke that I always do really well with is when I talk about how I majored in English in college because I'm afraid of making money and having a stable career. It does better than that.
No, the audience. They don't realize it's supposed to be the audience. Sorry. So, you tase yourself? I remember you talked about that.
Twice, yeah.
Did you tase yourself for YouTube footage, or why did you do that?
First time I did it because I wanted to see what it felt like. Because I bought the taser and I was like, okay, I want to see if this is legit. So I tased myself. Second time I did it for a class.
Oh, you did it for a police? Was it a police?
No, like a school class. Like it was an English class.
It's just like The Hangover? Or was it kind of like that? You kind of...
Nah, like I recorded a video. Like the project was talking about how we use curse words to show pain. So I record myself, I tase myself, and it's just 5 minutes of me just yelling fuck and shit off screen.
There you go. Clap a little, show a little encouragement. It's not a big show, which I don't know why. So you headlined once. You did the Walk and Fish Theater thing. How was that like? Because you were a new comedian. You don't obviously have a lot of material, but what was that experience like? You headlined.
It was cool. I mean, I felt really comfortable just because like I was doing comedy for people I knew. I say it was a little premature just because like I had to use notes. Like I didn't have my stuff compact, but overall, like I think it was a really good experience, and it's definitely a confidence boost. Like if everyone had a chance to really have like a spot like that, even if like you're new to the comedy scene, just to like really build up your confidence. So I don't regret it.
Thanks. So what was it like working with Chris Smith, part of that Comedy 215 thing? Like, how do you like working with those guys?
They're funny people. I mean, you really make a lot of connections, and you just know, like, these are people, like, besides comics, like, they're really good friends. Like, we all look out for each other, like, not just comedy-wise, but, like, anything. Like, they're the kind of people that you can text in the middle of the night if you need a ride home from, like, some training show in the middle of Philly, which happened to me. And true story, but nah, it's just a really good experience. Like I said, like, besides the whole comedy thing, just really good friends to have.
They would take a bullet for you? You think they would do that?
No, they wouldn't, because they're selfish pricks. Not gonna lie.
Still no audience. This is great. So, are you going to get back into this comedy thing after Philly's Funny? Did you decide to start writing, or are you still taking a break? What do you?
I'm gonna get into it more. Like, the reason I took a break is just because, like, I was going through so much. Like, I was finishing up college, I was looking for a full-time job, I was finishing up my book, like, just so much. Like, I just kind of put comedy in the backseat for a while, and Philly's Funny just kind of put me back in there.
Right. How many languages do you speak?
3: Spanish, English, and Italian.
How do you say cunt in Italian?
I'm not saying it. Okay, it's culo.
Culo.
Yeah.
Oh man, you gave Jack 5 more minutes.
You sound like my dad.
Good. I love the smell of culo. Oh, I just love the smell. That's put my face right in there.
Just like my dad.
Really?
No.
Oh, offended ladies. I'm sorry, it's either. Me never offended ladies. That never happens, right? God knows. So I already asked you what can we expect. What kind of comedy do you like? You into dark type comedy? Do you like political? What kind of comedies do you like? You like Darren Martinez?
Yeah, I like Darren's comedy. I like the whole, like, edgy racial humor. I think it's funny when it's like someone, like, if like a white guy tries to do like black jokes, I think that's funny because it's like kind of ballsy. As far as comedians, some of my favorites: Bill Burr, Mitch Hedberg, Chris Rock. I mean, I like someone who's not afraid to really do something new.
Yeah. So you said it was Gunno, is that it?
It's spelled really weird. It's like Cunnu, but it's pronounced Gunno. Gunno.
I love when I put my face in a Gunno.
Yeah,
that was a horrible Chris Rock impression. But it's fun to use. It's fun to just pick up. I think it's fun to just pick up words and languages. Dirty words. That's all I want to know. If I go to Italy, that's all I say.
That's what everyone wants to know. They're like, oh, you speak Italian. How do you say this? How do you say that? How do you say I want to fuck you? Like all that shit.
Yeah, if you have that knowledge, which is very.
It helps me. It gets pussy.
It gets gooey. Thanks, Australia. Australia, everybody. We'll be right back with more Google. What do you want to do, Stephen Miller?
Stephen Miller, and then that should be it. Whenever you're ready.
Let's get to our next guest, everybody. Stephen Miller. Sir, how you doing, buddy?
I have to tell you, that's the first time anyone called me Steven since my last court proceeding, so, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, people call me Steve, it's fine.
Oh, it's not Steve.
That's fine. I have no idea what your name is. Like, you can tell me anything and I'd believe it right now.
My name is...
Yeah,
no.
Let's keep it anonymous. It'll be like the glory hole.
No, yeah. The reason why I do it is because Stephen Bryan, he does like if people call him Steve, so that's why I made sure it was sophisticated.
What's his deal?
I don't know, he likes to be called Stephen.
Alright.
It's more downtrodden for a black person to be called...
Oh, he's black. I was going to say, like, he's either black or he's gay. Cause,
both?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're gone. They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone, Randy.
Chris Hayes did it. Oh!
Yeah, that'll happen.
So, that's not nice. You're a gay guy?
All day.
Gay all day? He don't like the Bruno.
Yeah, well, I've been there. I mean, whatever.
Oh, you had sex with a woman?
Yeah, of course.
So did you do that? So did you immediately put your penis in a Bruno and realize that wasn't for you?
Well, here was the deal. So it was like a slow unveiling. When I was 13 years old, there was a girl named Missy Friedman who gave me $5 to finger her.
Leave that out. No,
who gave me $5 to, hi Missy, who gave me $5 to finger her on the back of the school bus, and I did it. Like, I reached through this, like, thatch of pubic hair, and, like, the $5 stuck to my hand, whatever.
Right.
And, now Cleveland Magazine says she's the #1 young attorney in Cleveland. You know what else she's up to these days?
What?
Ignoring my friend request on Facebook.
Yeah!
That's what she's up to. But yeah, so there was that, and yeah, fuck that, they're gone. And then I also, made the beast with 2 backs with a couple of Mormon gals back in Ohio. We were making time, you see.
Oh, man. You are so quite a character.
You're quite a character.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
High five.
All day.
I got AIDS. No, thanks.
Ah!
That's not nice. That's not nice.
No, you got AIDS from when I raw dogged you in the bathroom before this.
Oh!
That's where from the AIDS came.
That's what it is. So, like, gay guys know how to dress.
But I look like a thrift store mannequin come to life. That's your question.
Yeah, if you were in a store, I would think you're the assistant manager. I'm like, excuse me, sir, what aisle's the, I don't know where that joke was going. A bomb, obviously, but yeah, don't worry about that. No, but, talk about that. It was like, it's a nice meeting. I don't know what kind of question.
You don't know, okay, all right.
I don't know you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of things on top of the head.
You want to hear the Korean word? Want me to disregard that question and tell you the Korean word for dick?
Yeah.
It's chaji.
Chaji?
And let me tell you that in my day, I have seen more chaji than the urinal mints at an SAT test prep center.
Oh wow! So you did a show in Taboo. That's more of a that's in a gay neighborhood.
Oh, I didn't do a show. I did a death trap in Taboo.
What's that?
Well, there's this show called Sketch Playground, and it's like one of the most terrible shows ever to exist. I co-produce it. You should go. It's every other Wednesday at La Taj now, which is at what? What's it, Dan? Fuck that. That's not the new place. It's at 8th and Fitzwater. I asked him a question. He didn't answer me.
It's 12th and Cock.
He gave an answer I didn't like. Yeah.
It's 12th and Cock, the opposite way of Bruno Street.
Yeah. So you're walking away from Bruno into Coxtown. That's what you're doing there.
Yeah, so like, what are your comedy inputs? Do you like that comedian Ant? I don't find that guy funny.
No, he's not funny. Oh, okay, all right. So let me explain something about gay folk to you. Having a funny gay man is like having, a black mathematician. Like, it happens, but come on. And like, anytime you get a gay comedian, like, they come on stage and like they always they stand there. They live in New York, so they instantly think they're better than you. And they think that what you're going to find funny is a story about them going and shopping with their female friends, or a story about them fucking someone in a cornfield that they thought they were better than. Thank you. I'm Steven. Good night. Yeah, fuck that. Well, yeah. I don't do that sort of thing, and that's why gay audiences don't like me, and I don't like them. And that's why at the Gayborhood Games coming up, I'm going to bomb and probably be banned from the establishment. But a good time will be had by all. I can assure you that.
Awesome. So how much of your material in your act would you say is gay related? Is it little or?
Only about like 130%.
Really? It's all gay stuff?
No, it's not all gay stuff. A solid 130? All right.
Yeah, because it's something like Ant, for example, he does all gay material. Like he'll do something like woman there's like sandwiches, but I like a manwich.
The single happiest gay comedian joke you could tell, and I've heard Ant tell it before, is, gay men like some women. I mean, Cher, Madonna, Lady Gaga. Am I right? Or as soon as I hear a gay comedian do that, my wrists get slicer's itch.
Your wrists are like No, but another gay hacky joke is, so I'm gay. You didn't need Scooby-Doo to solve that mystery.
Yeah, that. Fuck me, my side just split.
I feel like I'll never like Bruno again after this interview. Nice bomb.
I can arrange that.
That was just, I don't think you would, because women don't even want to fuck me, and they say gay guys have a higher standard.
Well, I don't want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Yo, come back when you're Korean and we'll talk. But like,
what was that word again for penis?
Chaji.
Chaji.
Chaji-do if you want to be all formal.
When I have a smaller chachi, I'll come back. That's not even the word.
What do you mean when? Anyway.
This is, so you're doing some comedy cabaret, you do some more shows here?
Yeah, every night I don't have a sketch playground, I come here.
Alright.
That's the thing.
So what can we expect from you? You're very funny on stage. I've seen you perform one time, but what can we expect from you as far as comedy?
Wasn't that the time back then? Well, like I said, I'm doing this competition. My show, Sketch Playground, is a good show. You can expect that show to get better and better. We just moved into a better establishment. Dan Vetrano is here. He co-produces it with me. Mark the date, because this marks the first time anybody ever denoted happiness when the name of Dan Vetrano was announced. So yeah, got my show, performing all over the place, getting my fair share of chaji. You know how it is.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you so much. You're very funny.
Yeah,
thank you, everybody. That's it. We'll be back next time. Thank you. End the show.
You have just listened to the world's most awful podcast show, JoshCast.